we're gentrifying it, and that, of course, would cause anyone who was renting in these factories or warehouses, their rents are going to skyrocket. They did not want that. Well, it was a nice try, but hey, it didn't work too well. Today, this area, even Etsy is down. You have today wonderful rooftop lounges. You have little pebble beach on the side here. You have wonderful pizzerias right over the waterfront. A really high-end, nice restaurant called the River Cafe. If you are looking for a very romantic restaurant, the River Cafe is definitely a good choice. And guys, you would need to have a jacket and tie. When we come around, I'll show you what the River Cafe is. Women, we have to dress up too, but we're cute no matter what you do with us. So you know the right there makeup, right? This isn't a girl out there, we're still adorable. So we can get away with a lot more. The power, see? You guys think that we're the weaker sex? Not so, my friend. Not so at all. What else? You can see one of the ferry boats is docked there right now, that Boulevard ferry boat. Now they make different routes along the East River here, so you want to make sure you take the one that's East River, E-R for East River, and now say Hunter's Point. Okay? Now, to its left is the River Cafe, and again, it doesn't look like much by daytime, but this is a really nice restaurant, let me tell you. At nighttime, it's all twinkling light, very romantic, candlelit, we also went on. It's expensive, although it's not as expensive as my favorite French restaurant in the city, there you'll pay $300 a better a person for the taster's menu anyway. This area where you had left from before, this is the area that we call South Street Seaport. And in our history, first off, Manhattan was, its name is derived from a word that was descriptive in nature when hundreds of years ago the native Lenape lived here on the island. They called it Manhattan, a term that meant the land of many hills when it used to be very hilly. In 1624, the Dutch come in and settled New Amsterdam on the island that's straight up ahead of us, which is called Governor's Island today. Now, the Dutch are the ones who made this area so popular that's a historic area now here, the South Street Seaport. And by the way, I meant to tell you that if you want to come back here, it's going to be a really good time. It's going to be on July 4th of 2026. These are what we call tall ships, like this one here. Okay, the way we're saying tall ships, the golden sailboat. Imagine on this day, years from now, short period of time that it went back to rule under the Dutch, if you read Orange. It then reverted back to British once again. And then in 1776, on July 4th of that year, the people that have been living under the rule of the British during the war with England